Frogan is about to be homeless. According to recent reports from people looking in on the lawsuit between Ethan Klein and Frogan, as you guys know, he launched a copyright-based lawsuit against like Denims, Frogan, Casey Tron, because they were trying to steal views from his content nuke on Hassan in a way that violated copyright, wasn't fair use, was intended to steal attention and traction away from that video that he planned to do this. He got it registered, the copyright for the video, before putting it up, so this would be a slam dunk for him. Legal Mindset says Frogan is now heading towards a default judgment in her case with Ethan Klein after months of failed settlement negotiations. Maybe someone told her to just ignore Ethan and it would all go away. Very poor advice that will land her with life-crippling liability. And for you guys that don't know, defaulting on a lawsuit just means that you stopped replying essentially. You can't just ignore getting sued or just quit halfway. The other side can request a default judgment and the judge will be like, all right, we'll just give you whatever you're asking for, which would really fuck over Frogan here because the penalties are not light at all. We got the OG Think Before You Sleep asking, what's default judgment? 150K? Like, what would they get out of her? Up to 150K for the statutory damages alone. Then you've got Ethan Klein's actual damages, the lost revenue from the video, Frogan's profit, and attorney fees. So saying over 200,000 to 300,000 is very reasonable in this case. That's a lot of cheddar. Legal Mindset posted 2 more updates on the case. He said, to seal the deal, default judgment in Frogan's case has been finalized, meaning that she officially lost the case and the win has been granted over to Ethan Klein. Where'd the legal defense fund go, Frogan? People are accusing her of eating her way through her legal defense fund. To be fair, I don't know how long that lawsuit was going on. It seemed like it was going on forever, right? And $40,000 or like $39,000 is not that much money if we're talking about a drawn-out legal battle. So it's possible that she just ran out of funds and misappropriated some of it to like personal shit like rent, food, whatever. And by the time she was out of the fund, she's like, I'm not paying for this shit out of pocket. It's way too fucking expensive. So she just ignores it. And then Ethan Klein's like, oh, well, we can't settle. You're not going to agree on any terms. So I'm just going to get what I originally asked for in the lawsuit, which is hundreds of thousands of dollars. And anyone's first inclination when you're hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt is obviously to file for bankruptcy. So that's been another argument on whether they can discharge this lawsuit to where she wouldn't have to pay for it if she files for bankruptcy because she would officially have like no assets or whatever. Some people are saying that may not work. I don't know. I'm not well versed on how that would play out, but we'll see. So what does that mean for us legally dense folks? Frogan has some questions to answer to everyone who donated tens of thousands to her legal defense fund, and she's about to owe a whole lot of money to Ethan Klein. Bankruptcy likely inbound. If she willfully infringed, might it not be possible to discharge that via bankruptcy? Grok, answer this. Grok seems to think that she won't be able to discharge it. Debts from willful and malicious injury are non-dischargeable. A default judgment in a copyright case like this typically takes the complaint's allegations as true. If it establishes willful infringement, Ethan Klein could file an adversary proceeding in bankruptcy court to keep the judgment enforceable. Damn, so according to Grok, Ethan could really ride this one out and try to ruin her life. I'm surprised that Frogan didn't have more support in this instance. Like, she's really the little niece that everyone kind of just hangs around without lifting up. Like, where's Hassan, bro? Isn't Hassan supposed to lift up these people that support him? Frogan's like one of his mods, right? Or at least she was until she tried to become a rising star streamer. But anyways, you go to Frogan's account now, and her pinned post now has a community note because she lost the lawsuit. Ethan Klein is suing me for reacting to a video about myself. I have made a GoFundMe to raise funds for my legal defense. Frogan has lost the lawsuit by default, meaning the money raised in the GoFundMe was not used for legal defense. That's not entirely true. Like I said before, she could have just ran out of money and then stopped responding because, as Legal Mindset said earlier, they had months of settlement negotiations, and unless she was negotiating it herself and not paying attorney fees, she was likely paying an attorney with the funds that she initially raised. So yeah, she raised $38,801 out of a $200,000 goal. Now that's all presumably gone, and she's gonna owe a lot. She's gonna, yikes. And now Frogan hasn't responded to that. She hasn't responded to the complaints of people saying that she misappropriated fundraising, because Legal Mindset is even going on to say, oh, she actually violated the terms of service of GoFundMe. Unless Frogan can show some receipts, she may have violated GoFundMe's terms of service, specifically 8.2, which prohibits misleading or inaccurate fundraisers. And he brings up Kyle Rittenhouse as a comparison for applying this kind of logic. Fundraisers that are fraudulent, misleading, inaccurate, dishonest, or impossible are not allowed on the platform. We're going to need a statement from Frogan pretty soon about how she actually used those funds. I'm assuming that she just ran out of it. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt, but that is not the case for a lot of her detractors. And instead of posting a statement, what it looks like is she's actually going to be on a live stream with someone else who's getting sued. Great idea. She's been retweeting Noah Samsen, who has posted about his lawsuit. It's a defamation lawsuit with Ethan Klein, and he's actually doing a fundraiser as well.
An Israeli-American millionaire podcaster is suing me for defamation. Hi, I'm Noah Samsen. I'm a YouTuber. I make videos about how Israel sucks. Last year, I uploaded this video, The YouTubers Who Backed the Genocide. And in response, Ethan Klein, host of the H3 podcast, filed a defamation lawsuit. Here it is. Here's the lawsuit. It's 31 pages. He's alleging that I defamed him by falsely painting him as a supporter of the genocide of Palestinians. I believe that Klein's claims are meritless, and I intend to defend against them, but to do this, I need your help. Defamation lawsuits can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I don't have that kind of money. So I started a GoFundMe, Klein v. Samsen. I set the goal for $200,000, which will be used for...
Wow, so the exact same goal as Frogan. Let's see how that works. Maybe Noah Samsen has a little more pull.
Lawyers' fees and legal expenses. However, any funds raised above this goal will be donated directly to Palestinian aid, and any funds that go unused or are recuperated once legal proceedings conclude will also be donated. I'll be doing a fundraising marathon stream on Friday, May 22nd, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Guests include FD Signifier, Boy, Denims, iDubbbz, Big Joel, Frogan.
Whoa, wait. Frogan? We're having Frogan as a guest on the fundraising stream for an Ethan Klein lawsuit after just losing an Ethan Klein lawsuit. Is that smart? Did no one know this? Did no one know? That's my question. Frogan, you gotta tell him. You gotta tell him what's going on. It's not the best omen to have on your stream. But if she's gonna be on it, she has to talk about it, right? Like, we have to get some answers, at least then. Because how are you going to be on a fundraising stream for an Ethan Klein lawsuit and not talk about how you just lost a lawsuit?
Donation goals include chug a gallon of milk, pie in the face, hot chip challenge, shoe on head cosplay, why not, run a marathon, and more. And if we make it to $500,000, I will ride a bicycle 120 miles from San Diego to Hassan Piker's house.
And I will personally suck his dick. Guys, if we can raise $500,000, I will personally ride a bicycle to Hassan Piker, and then I'll ride Hassan
live on stream to beg him for more money. Klein v. Samsen, GoFundMe, link in bio. Donate to defend free speech on YouTube and fund Palestinian aid. Thanks.
If there's any case where it makes sense to sue people for defamation, it would be the crowd of people that will accuse you of supporting a genocide. Like, that's a pretty hefty accusation. But the thing with defamation lawsuits, right, is that Ethan Klein is a public figure, and it could be argued that his reputation has already been slandered to the point where Noah Samsen isn't really going to put a dent in it, because Hassan has done a lot of the work for him, let's be honest. But this could be a case of Ethan Klein just simply has more money. Maybe Noah Samsen has enough pull to actually fund a defense, so then it goes down to the merits of the case. We'll see. And he has his legal defense fund here, Klein versus Samsen. And he's already raised $52,000 in about a day. So he's already mogging Frogan, is what we've learned. In a single day, Noah has made more than Frogan made in months. Incredible. Moral of the story, guys, if you're getting sued, even if you have to use Super Grok, do not just ignore the lawsuit, because then you will automatically lose and then probably be homeless. Finally, my pizza's here.
Frogan, how are we gonna beat Israel if you keep spending all of our money on pizza?
Frogan, can I
Shut the
please
fuck up,
have
Spud.
one slice,
Do whatever I
please?
want.
I'm so hungry.
No, you know what? I give up. You want to lose to Israel? Go ahead.
Are
See
we
if
supposed
I
to
care.
hate Israel?
Because I would rather clean Benjamin Netanyahu's toilet than spend
Dad,
another
are we
minute
supposed to
with
hate
you.
Israel?
You're just gonna sit here
If
eating
we
boy
hate
slop for
Israel
the rest of
later,
your life,
I still
Frogan?
have to buy
Is that
a
it?
new Steam game.
You make me sick.